Hello all, this is Abhinav and today we'll do the challenge lab of deploy to Kubernetes in Google Cloud. So we have to do 6 tasks in this lab and these are as follows. Firstly, we have to create a Docker image and store the Docker file. Next, we have to create the tested Docker image by creating a container on that image. Now pushing the Docker image into the container repository. And the fourth task is to use the image and to create and expose a deployment in Kubernetes. And the fifth task is to update the image and push a change to the deployment using rolling update. And the sixth task is to create a pipeline in Jenkins to deploy a new version of your image when the source code changes. And the region and zone are as specified in the lab. And if there are no machine type mentioned in the lab, we have to use N1 standard one. Now let's open up Google Console and click on Activate Cloud Set. Click on Continue. Just let me increase the font size for you guys so that you can see it properly. Yeah. Firstly, we'll run gcloud auth list to list all the active accounts and authorize the Google cell. Yeah. Now we will set the zone and region as specified in the lab, which is yeah, US East 1 and US East 1B. Now we will update the region. Yeah, so both the properties are successfully configured. Now let's go to our task number 1, which is to create a Docker image and store the Docker file. So firstly, we need to run this command. This command, what basically does is that it copies the contents from this location into the disk of our this cloud shell, so that we will have 2 scripting files after copying from this location, and those scripting file will help the Quick Labs to give us marks based on our performance. So let's head up to console and run this command. Yeah. So we are into the marking folder. Let's list the contents of this folder. So we have 2 scripting files. We'll run this for task 1 after completing the task first, and we'll run this file after completing the task number 2. Now use Cloud Shell to clone the Valkyrie app source code repository. Okay. So we'll now clone the repository Valkyrie app into our shell disk. For that, we have to run this command. Now this will successfully clone the Valkyrie app repo into our disk shell disk. Now let's list the content. Yeah, so we have now 3 files. This is first a scripting file, second a scripting file, and this folder again. Now let's go into this folder, clear up the console, and here we need to create a Docker file with this configuration. For that, we need to run this command. And yeah, so simply what I did is created a Docker file with the configuration given here to us. Now let's see if the Docker file is successfully created or not. Yeah, so it's successfully created. Now we will use this Docker configuration file to build an image. Use Valkyrie app Docker file to create a Docker image Valkyrie app with the tag. Now we have to give the image a tag of v0.0.1. giving it a tag of v0.0.1. Yeah, so the image is building from the configuration file. Now after the image is successfully built, we have to run the step one scripting file. So open up another tab, head up to the marking folder. Just wait for it to be created. So the image is successfully created and also tagged with v0.0.1. Now we will run our first scripting file, that is step1.sh. So it says image exists. Now click on check my progress. The task number one is completed. Now head up to the second task, which is test the created Docker image. Now we have to launch a container using the image we just built, and then map the host port 8080 to port number 8080 on the container, and add ampersand sign to the end of the command to cause the container to run in the background. Okay. For that, we'll simply do this docker container run p port 8080 on localhost to port 8080 of container, and the image we will be using is this, and add ampersand sign to the end. So yeah. Now just simply click on this web preview on port 8080. Yeah. So if you see this window, then you have successfully completed task number 2. Then we can, after that, we can run the step2.sh script file into a new tab. And so it says the container is running and visible on port 8080. You have completed a task properly. Now just click on check my progress. Yeah. So the task number 2 is also successfully completed. Head up to task number 3, which is to push the Docker image into the container repository. Okay. Now make sure you retag the container to gcr.io your project /Valkyrie app v0.0.1. Okay. So we need to uh, retag the image that we just created this to this name. So Docker tag this to this, and simply this your project will be our own project ID. This is your project ID, just copy it and replace it with your project. Yeah. So now let's list all our images which we have. So we have 3 image Valkyrie app we just that we created initially. Then we retagged Valkyrie app as this that we created here. And then we have our third image Golang, which we used in our Docker file. That's why it's showing up here. So now we want to push this Docker image to the Docker container repository. So for that, we simply need to run this command docker push, copy this, just specify the tag, and now yes. So your image will be now pushed to the container repository. And the fourth task is to create and expose a deployment in Kubernetes. Code created a deployment.yml and service.yml to deploy your new container image to a Kubernetes cluster Valkyrie dev. So we have to name our cluster Valkyrie dev. Remember, you need to get the Kubernetes. So after we create the cluster, we need to run the command Kubernetes container cluster get credentials to get our credentials for the Kubernetes cluster. Before you create a deployment, make sure you check the deployment.yml and service.yml file. Code thinks they need some values set. He thinks he left some placeholder values. Okay. Let's see if our task C has been completed or not. Yeah, it has been completed. Now let's check if this works or not. Yeah. So the task number 3 is also completed. Now this lab is telling us to check the deployment.yml and service.yml file on behalf of code. This code, because he thinks he have left some values which need not to be there. So let's list all the contents, head into the Valkyrie folder. List the contents again, head up to K8 and list the contents again. Yeah. So we need to check if there is any such need to change the file or not, as per being said by Kurt or lab. Yeah. So this uh, thing we need image here. We need to change this. Actually, we have to provide the image link we just created now, so that for it to work properly. So we'll edit our deployment file. Just let me run a command which will be much easier for you guys without uh, getting your hands dirty and editing the actual file. It will simply let me show you what it. Just a second. Yeah, so this is the command I was talking about. This will remove the string image here with this string. This Google Cloud project is an environment variable which we have by default that basically gives this string to us, whatever your project ID is. And Valkyrie, this is the location. As we are already into the K8 folder, we need to remove this K8 from here. Yeah. Now let's see if we have changed that or not. Yeah, see, the image is basically changed, and here also it is changed. So yeah, we are good to go now. Let's clear up the console and check our service.yml file. So there is no need of any change into the service.yml file. Now simply we need to build deployments upon these two files, deployment.yml and service.yml. For that, firstly let's get the credentials for our cluster, which we will get by this command. Vcloud clusters get Okay, so it is saying, did you mean will carry dev in US? Yeah, no issue. Yeah, so it is the credentials are successfully filled. Now let's check if it's done or not. It must not be done because we haven't created the deployments till now on the deployment.yml file and server.yml file. For that, we need to run this command kubectl create -f and deployment dot. So that the deployment is created on the deployment.yml file. Now we need to create one more deployment on server.yml file. For that, simply copy this command, run it again. Just replace deployment with service. Yeah. So the both the deployments are created successfully. Now simply click on check my progress. Basically, it takes a minute or two to get done. Yeah, so the assessment is completed. Now our fifth task is to update a deployment with a new version of Valkyrie app. Before deploying our new code, increase the replicas from 1 to 3 to ensure you don't cause an outage. Okay. So basically by default, we have one replica of the deployment we created. That means that we have just one pod of that. Now we need to increase the number from 1 to 3. Means after increasing, we will have 3 pods then. Code made changes to the source code report, changes in a branch. Okay, okay, no issue. Firstly, we will edit our deployment. Yeah. So here we need to change the replicas from 1 to 3. Simply click on I to get into the insert mode. Click on backspace. Click on 3. Now click on escape. Hit on semicolon colon. Type WQ and hit enter again. So simply your deployment file is now edited and configured to the new values of replicas, which is 3. Now click on check my progress. Yeah, so this task is also completed. Now the second task in this, the subtask in this task is put make changes to the source code. You need to merge code dev into master. For that, you need to use git merge origin code dev. Okay. So firstly, let's merge codes branch code devs branch into our main origin branch. Simply, it is a git command. Yeah, so now it is merged. One file change, two instructions, and two deletions. Okay. Build a new version as okay. Put the change updated image. So simply we need to build a new Docker image on version 0.0.2. And after that, we need to push that updated image to the container repository. And then we have to redeploy to the Valkyrie dev cluster, which is simply this means that we have to edit our deployment and change the version of the image from 0.0.1 to 0.0.2. Basically, it is a rolling update. What rolling update does is that if you have one server on version, let's say 1, okay. So now if you want to make an update to that version 2, so what it does is that it will create an instance pod on version 2 and after all the pods uh, are shifted to version 2, it will after new pods as same as the number as we have on version 1 is created, then after that all the pods of the version 1 will be deleted and you will be left with all the pods that you had initially with version 2. So let's do that. Firstly, let's build the new image. For that, we need to run this command. Just a second. Yeah, simply this was a mistake from my side that I tried to build a Docker file in the K8 folder because let me show what was the error. cd into K8, list the contents of this K8 folder and see. We don't have any Docker file. So we can't build an image without a Docker file. That's why we need to go back into the Valkyrie app folder where we created initially our Docker file with the configuration given to us. Let's, yeah, so here we have the Docker file listed. So now here we can run this command. Let's clear up the console. So basically it builds the Docker image with the new version, which is 0.0.2, which we fetched from the code dev branch. Now we need to push this image into our container repositories. For that, Docker push and this. Simply paste it here. Let's list the all the images. I just copied space. That's why it's showing me error. Yeah. So this is our image. This is the tag we need to push into the repository. Docker push. Specify the tag. See, this is the importance of specifying the tag, because if we only paste this, the cell doesn't know which image to be pushed. Either this one with a version of 0.0.2 or this one with a version of 0.0.12. So for that, it's really important to specify the tag along with the image you are pushing so that there is no confusion and the right image is pushed into the repository. Yeah. So our image is successfully pulled. Now what we need to do is simply edit our deployment and change the image version from 0.0.1 to 0.0.2. Let's clear up the console again. Go to edit deployments. Yeah. See, we need to change this image version to 0.0.2. Simply we need to change the tag. So if you remember, for inserting into the file, we need to click on I, change the recommended version, which is 0.0.2. Again, hit escape, click on colon, type WQ, hit enter. Sorry, we just edited for the backend part. We didn't edit it for the front end part. So let's again quickly edit deployment. Click on I again, And now we will change the image here to 0.0.2 as well. Hit escape again, colon WQ, hit enter. So yeah, the file is successfully edited now. Now you can click on check my progress. Yeah. So the assessment is also completed, and we have also completed the task number 5. So our last task is to create a pipeline in Jenkins to deploy your app. The process of building the container and pushing to the container repository can be automated. Using Jenkins, there is a Jenkins deployment in your Valkyrie dev cluster. Connect to Jenkins and configure a job to build when you push a change to the source code. So simply what we have to do is create a pipeline in Jenkins. And if we change the source code, simply what Jenkins does is that it will deploy the newer file, and you didn't have to take care of the infrastructure, what is happening beneath the or beneath all this. So for everything will be done by Jenkins on behalf of you. We'll get the password by for Jenkins with this command and connect to Jenkins console using the commands below. But make sure you don't have a running container. So let's see if we have a running container or not, because if we have a running container, we couldn't go further. And yeah, we have a running container as of now. So we'll remove this container by simply kill this container by simply copying the container ID, type docker kill, paste the container ID and hit enter. And let's again check if our container is running or not. So yeah, no container is running as of now. So we have successfully killed this container 9FE, named up with Dhawan. Nice name. Let's clear up the console. Now simply just copy this command. Now for getting the password for our to log into the Jenkins console, we need to run this command. Yeah. Now simply go to web preview and preview on port 8080. So it says welcome to Jenkins. Our username is, as you can guess, admin tab, and this is our password. Copy this and simply paste the password here. Click on keep me signed in because we don't want to forget us. We don't want Jenkins to forget us. And here we will go to manage Jenkins. Go to manage credentials. Let me check if I'm recording or not. Yeah. Click on global. And here we need to click on add credentials. Simply we'll add here our G-Cloud account. Click on Google Service account from metadata. Click on OK. I guess we need to log in again. Admin. Jenkins forgot us. Click on manage Jenkins. Click on manage credentials. Go to global. Click on add credentials. Click on Google Service. OK. Let's check if this was our account or not. 5DH. Yeah, this is our account. No issue. Simply we'll go to dashboard. We'll click on new item as we have successfully configured us with Jenkins. Now, yeah, set up your credentials to Google Service account. We have done this step. Now we need to create the Valkyrie app. This name we have to give in our Jenkins file. Item name. Click on pipeline and click on OK. Here we have to click on build trigger. Go to definition, pipeline script from SCM. SCM as get, and this repository URL we have to list here. Just a minute. Till then, let's add the credentials. Yeah. And I guess this service URL is nothing but the Docker image that we just created, I guess. Just let me check that. So let's find our repo. Yeah, so this is the repo, GitHub repo. We need to provide the link in there, Jenkins. Repository URL, paste it in here. Repository. The branch is master as we are told here. Script path in Jenkins files and lightweight. Okay, now click on save. Now simply you have created the pipeline for Valkyrie app. Now we need to do some changes. Edit Valkyrie app and change your project to your actual project ID. Okay, and edit Valkyrie app source HTML. Go and change two occurrence of green to orange. Okay, and then use Git to add all the changes and then commit to those changes to the master branch and push changes back to the repository. So basically we need to do two changes. We need to change the your project string with our actual project ID. And there are some instances of green. We need to change that to orange into the html.go file. For that we will run this command, which I showed you the trick. Yeah, so the file is successfully the string is changed. Now what we need to do is now simply let's do one more thing. Yeah, we need to change this your project with our project ID, actual project ID. Let's do that. I will not write that command. Simply I will edit it, the Jenkins files. Let me show you both the ways. And this is our project ID. Let's copy it. Click on I to get into the insert mode. And simply paste here your project ID. Click on escape, :WQ, hit enter. So your Jenkins file is successfully updated. Now let's see it. If it's done or not. Yeah, so it is successfully updated. Now we simply need to add these files to commit these files to our master branch. For that, first clear up the console and okay. Now let's configure firstly our Git. For that, we need to do is git config, I guess, global user dot email will be our this email. Now we need to also change the name. To our actual name, which is provided here. Now simply we have successfully configured both our email and username for the get. Now let's add the files to the staging area. For that we need to run this command get add dot. Now simply commit with a message, any message you can give, updated html.go file and Jenkins file. You can give any message. Now run this command to push all the changes to the file master branch. Get push. So it has basically pushed all the changes to the our master branch. Now let's go into Jenkins and see. Click on build now. Because as we are told here to manually trigger a build, because the initial build will take some time. So it's better to click on the build now button. So it will basically create the build immediately. The build will take some time to be done. Yeah, after 5 to 6 minutes, you will see something like this that all the stage will be like this, deploy. And after that, you can go to here and click on check my progress. I did that to ensure if I correctly have done it or not. Simply you click on check my progress and your assessment will be completed and you will be allotted 100 marks. So yeah, the lab is successfully completed. Now you can end the lab and thank you for this session.